everybody, my name is Simone and welcome to Simone's Bedtime Stories. Again, we're still on the introduction and this is our third video.
Okay.
And we're still talking about Ponniyin Selvan.
Yeah. So the Pallavas ruled before the Chola kingdom.
Yes.
And they were ruling, with Kanchipuram, Mahabalipuram, Mamallapuram as their capital, and they built a lot of, really cool temples and, sculptures, right? Mm-hmm. And they were, here about this, there were.
I have one more question.
Okay.
Does the north part of India and the south part of India have big wars?
Yes. Yes, they always have wars.
Well,
See, they always, two kings can, anytime the two kings can get angry at each other and they can start fighting.
When they have this big place with all these soldiers, I think they
Small
have
kingdoms,
yeah. Does the north also has something like this?
Exactly,
right?
entire India has something like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's basically
when it's like
different.
North and south, does the north part
Come down and fight the south against the yes they do.
Do they fight together? Have
they
huge war with
they
they
can do all kinds of things. They can do all kinds. See, because here there are Chalukyas that were ruling. See, here there are a bunch of guys, another clan called Chalukyas. Chalukyas is a clan that ruled here. And then here on the Kannada side,
South India, they know all these.
No. See, in those days they didn't have cars or they didn't have fast-going automobiles,
You told me
right?
about this vehicle that was there. It's not really a vehicle.
Chariots. They had
a
chariots.
Chariot. One more thing for the king.
That's the palanquin. Yeah.
For people carry the king.
So that's like a
box
type of thing. The king sits in the box and
two
the
rods, and then people carry over their shoulders.
Exactly. Yeah, that's called palanquin. See, in those days they didn't have the technology. I mean, supposedly, 1,000 years ago, they had flying chariots. Flying chariots, supposedly, but I don't know.
What fly the chariots?
They had some technology to fly the chariots. They had some mercury-powered engine or something like that. There is something that's, I don't know the details. It's called. Those were called the vimanas. So they had something, supposedly, see, vimanas. Those were called vimanas that flew from the sky and came down. I mean, supposedly there was Alexander, right? Alexander is originally from Greece. Alexander invaded the whole...
the great Alexander?
The Alexander the Great. So that guy, he's supposedly some, a special guy that was born through the blessing of God. And that guy, he said he's going to invade the whole world, and he invaded. When he came to India, there are stories where he got attacked by kings that had flying chariots. So he got scared and ran. I mean, he got killed in India actually.
Oh my gosh.
He got killed in India, and he got some malaria or something like that happened. And remember we saw the movie?
Yeah,
he got killed by a guy king from the elephant, right?
Yeah, but he was riding a horse instead of an elephant.
Exactly, yeah. So that was another special thing. In India, the kings figured out a way to tame these elephants. See, the elephants are wild animals, huge, big wild animals, but they're very powerful. Yeah, they flap their ears, they have long tusks, and they are very powerful.
Nose.
Yeah, they are very powerful.
What can they do?
They use, because in Tanjore, remember the big temple I said?
Yeah.
So the big temple, Bragadishwara temple, or the big temple, Rajaraja Chola, he caught so many hundreds of...
Rajaraja Chola or just...
No, see, I'm just telling you, I'm not giving you the full story. Don't try to follow it in sequence.
Okay.
We'll get to the story. We are still not to the story yet.
I'm just trying to make it more sense. Rajaraja Chola doing...
We haven't started Rajaraja Chola. We haven't started the story yet.
Okay.
Right, I'm just giving you some facts. Yeah, I'm just giving you some facts. So, those guys...
teaching me about the...
Yeah. So Rajaraja Chola, caught like hundreds and hundreds of elephants.
In a park, did he actually do that?
Yeah, he caught a lot of elephants that were in the forest area of this region of the country.
Did he hurt them and stuff?
He did not, he trained them. He tamed them, and there are people called mahouts. Mahouts are the people that train elephants.
If you don't train an elephant, what will they do if they see you?
The elephant will run away. So they have to catch the elephant and then tame the elephant
No,
and then...
but they just run away? Or do they fight a little?
They fight and run away, yeah.
How do they fight?
I don't know. See, you have to tame the elephant. They tame the elephant. What they do is they take the big drums and then beat the drums, and the elephants, don't know what to do. And then they train. It's like, you get a dog, you train the dog, right? Like that you train the elephant. Once the elephant gets trained, then they use the elephant to carry big loads because it's such a heavy, powerful animal.
It and then the elephant gets.
Elephant starts listening to you.
Okay.
That the mahout is the guy that trains the elephant, and the mahout builds a relationship with the elephant. The mahout takes care of the elephant, gives the elephant food, gives the elephant water, gives the elephant snack and all that. Yeah, everything, and the elephant listens to the mahout. So the elephant has become friend with mahout. Yeah, so they used the elephants to build some really huge stories. So the reason I want to see there is Chalukyas that are ruling from this Telugu part. There is Rashtrakutas. There are people called Rashtrakutas in this area. Those are the Kannada speaking people.
So many hard names. Do I have to remember all?
No, you don't have to remember all this.
Okay.
Just the Rashtrakutas are the kings that ruled from this area. So these guys constantly fight with all these people. So when Chundara Chola,
the part where
Chalukyas.
Yeah,
those are the Chalukyas and these are the Rashtrakutas. And here the Chola kingdom.
Those two,
No, they are different.
Do they fight?
They could fight also.
Oh.
They would fight also.
Oh.
So these people speak Telugu and these people speak Kannada, and these people ruled with Vijayanagar as the empire. That's where Tenali Raman was.
Oh wow!
Tenali Raman was here, Vijayanagara Empire.
Did we record some time?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah.
So Tenali
Raman was somewhere here in the Vijayanagara Empire.
Oh, so he lived in the south part.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the story, right? And then there are Chera, Chola Pandyas, and when the Chola kings were ruling this part of there were also Chera kings and the Pandya kings. The Pandya kings ruled from a place called Madurai, and Madurai has some really cool temples. There is a Madurai Meenakshi Amman temple that's really cool.
Temples?
Not gold. In those days it used to be, but not anymore. It's a really well built temple with a lot of some amazing statues and sculptures.
Oh, wow.
So that's Madurai here. So the Pandyas, the Pandya kingdom ruled with Madurai as their capital. The Chera kingdom is somewhere here.
So the Pandya kingdom had all those?
Yeah, they still have. Even now if you go, you can see the temple.
Okay.
It's an amazing temple. So I think that's a decent introduction. We can start with this. Any other questions? And Sri Lanka is again another very popular place that's going to come in the story.
I have a question.
Okay.
Does this whole South India fight against?
Yeah, they do. They might do. Yeah, but Sri Lanka is a small country,
Oh, yeah.
They will not want to fight against the big country like this. They might be, small kings here and small kings here. They'll fight because they had, I think, some guy called Mahinda. King Mahinda was here somewhere.
Oh,
so this guy is one of the small kings. Yeah, there are a couple of small kings, and because who is Arunmozhi Devan is the one that is
doing here, and he
ruling,
doesn't want to fight against his brother.
So he will. No, they are all representing the Chola kingdom. Both
So
current,
from there all the way to here.
Yeah, and there were countries here also.
Oh, wow.
There were countries here also, and then they even had thing here. There is another place called Burma and Cambodia and all that here. Yeah.
Wow.
And they had something called Angkor Wat, a really famous temple. Angkor Wat is a temple that was built by a king called Surya Varman, and that's very recently discovered temple.
Recently?
Yeah, I mean about 100 years ago.
Oh, wow.
See, because we are all dealing with thousands. This happened thousand years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
So relative to that is relatively new.
So this is how South India was.
South India was 1,000 years ago. This is how it was. Yeah, and then the Muslim kings came because they heard about all the wealth and the treasure and the gold that these guys.
Why did they try to invade this?
Because they wanted all the wealth that was here. They wanted all the gold. They wanted all the technology, Ayurveda.
Why couldn't they tell them, can we also come around and live here and settle down here? Why can we also?
No, they don't do that. They just want to kill everybody and then take away the stuff. Actually, there is a temple called Somnath Temple in Gujarat that was attacked by a guy called Muslim king named Ghajini, Muhammad Ghajini, for 17 times. That guy conquered the temple, attacked the temple 17 times, and 18th time or something only he was able to get through successfully. There were a lot of powerful kings that were guarding this place. In spite of that, they attacked and they won. It wasn't easy. Nobody won, in their first attack because there were some really powerful kings that were living here, and even that's why Alexander got killed, right? Alexander got killed, and there was a Purushottam. I think there was a king called Purushottam or Porus. He's called. He fought a brave war against Alexander, against the Greek army. So there were a lot of kings that were living. In spite of that, they attacked. The Muslims attacked first, and then they stole a lot of wealth. And then came the British. Then came the Dutch people came. Vasco da Gama came. Then came the British. The British really came in as traders. They were they formed a company called East India Company, and they, as part of that company, they came here to trade because India had a lot of spices.
So what did they trade with?
They come and say, hey, we want to buy your spice, we want to buy your tea, we want to buy your pepper, we want to buy your
So what did they trade with?
jeera.
What do they have?
They give money or they give gold and then take it. But they saw all these kings that were fighting so much, and they said, hey, you know what? I'm going to tell bad things about this king to this king, and bad things about this king to this king, and this king to this king. And they distorted the alliance. So they made all these kings fight against each other. Then whoever wins, the British will come in and kill that guy and then took over the country. That's how the British took over the whole India.
Is there British still in India?
No, British still, they're gone. They went in 1948, they left India. But what did the British do? They did something. I mean, they put in the best, railway system in the country. They put in some structure, and also they left English. All the Indians learned English. Now those are the people that are coming outside of India and working in Silicon Valley, working in UK, working in all that, right?
Silicon Valley is the place.
Yeah, had the British not invaded India, I wouldn't be here standing and talking in English, right?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay, let's just pause this because, yeah.